Good afternoon and happy Friday to all of you out there in YouTube land. Welcome to our second live stream of the month for the Eaton Rapids Area District Library, and we've got some exciting news today. And we are going to be reopening the building to the public on Monday, the 27th. That's this coming Monday, April 27th. We will be reopened. Our hours are going to be 10 to 5. It's still a little bit limited due to construction on phase 2 happening, but we will be there and it's going to be glorious. So, if you happen to be out in the audience, jump down to the comment section, say hello. All right, so let me take a look at my notes here. Real quick, where are my notes? There they are. Okay, so there will be some services that are limited. We will not have the whole staff in the building. So if you in particular need to make a tech appointment, please call first before you make a trip to the library. I am one of the staff members that it's easier for me to work at home. And so unless I have an appointment, there are going to be days that I will be out of the building. Now, that's not to say that if you want to schedule an appointment, if you call, we'll figure out a date that will work for the both of us, and I will meet you somewhere in Eaton Rapids, whether we can do it in the library or if we meet at, for instance, Foster or Mark's, we can meet up and make it happen and move forward. One of the things you'll notice if you're coming in from the front of the building, from the sidewalk, our door has moved. So you come into the vestibule, you want to take a left, and you will see our door has been repositioned, and we now have a push button handicap accessible door. So a lot of people are going to be looking forward to that. Some things that are not available during construction on phase 2. We do not have any public computers. So if you have something you need printed, put it on a thumb drive. Use our mobile printing service, or bring your laptop or tablet with you to the library and somebody can assist you in getting your document printed. However, again, there are no public computers available at this point in time. Also, you'll want to make note that kids' toys are not available. So, while we love to have your youngsters in the building, there aren't going to be any toys for them at the moment, so please keep that in mind. We are still targeting a June 1st completion date for the project, and hopefully to reopen in full. Now, that could change a little bit one way or the other depending on how some of our deliveries come in for some furniture things, and making sure that the staff area is fully functional for that date to have all the staff back in the building and get things back to a normal status. All right. And so let's take a look at the website. We're going to share the screen. And boom. All right. Let me put myself up on top. I think that works out well. Okay, if you come to our website, ERADL.org, you will scroll down just a little bit and you will see the notice about phase 2. And you've got to click here for more details. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And it tells you about our library refresh project. Phase 2 update. Library reopens on the 27th. Temporary hours, again, 10 to 5, Monday through Friday. What to expect? So the north side of the building, which is where the old circulation desk was, where the staff area was, etc., is unavailable. Please do not try to enter the staff door in the back or through the zipper in the plastic. There are ramifications if you were to try this. And we don't want that. So the south side of the building is in fact serving as both the public area and temporary staff area. So we have a temporary front desk area set up towards the back of the building. Our self-checkout is working. You can still have books delivered to the lockers in the back alley if you would prefer. But those are some things that you'd want to keep in mind as we go through this. We currently have staff workstations and some storage located in the kids area. This is not ideal. We understand this. We are looking forward to bringing back some of the toys and having the kids able to play over there. But right now, touch grass, you know, find a good book, and after the beginning of June, we should have those resources back and available to make the kids happy. And it is also worth noting that the back the drop box from the back alley, is unavailable at this time. That will likely remain this way until the end of phase 2. So if you need to return books, you can come in the back door and return them at the circulation desk, the temporary circulation desk that is again closest to the back entrance, or you can come in to the front from Main Street and you can use the front drop box. All right, let's see. We've covered the temporary service limitations, construction conditions. As you probably can expect from a construction project, there might be some noise and disruptions at times, and there could be days that unexpectedly to the public we might have to close for part of the day if they are working on some electrical that might impact the rest of the building. So keep those things in mind, and we will do our best to bring you the most up-to-date information possible. So what's happening during phase 2? Make this a little bit bigger for you. So phase 2, major improvements. Installation of new flooring on that north side of the building. Staff office spaces. So a new office for the director and a revamped staff area for the rest of the library staff. There's also going to be a new seating area. This is why we relocated the door, because where you used to come in the building, there will be a lounge seating area where you can grab a book and sit and just enjoy your time. So, and there will also be a new circulation desk installed during this second phase. So we are, as the staff, are looking forward to this as much as you, the public, the patrons, and other supporters may be looking forward to it. And it's going to be great. It's a long overdue refresh that the library has needed. It coincides nicely with our 150th anniversary of being in Eaton Rapids. And, it's just going to give a nice, clean new look to the building, and hopefully it will make the community more excited. Let's see. So again, we are proud to have put in 150 years of service to the community. Obviously, I haven't been around for all 150 of those years, but it's all good. So this picture here shows sort of the before version of the library, and we don't currently have construction pictures up, but when this is done, we will absolutely have some new pictures to put up on the website, and I am hoping that these live streams will continue every couple of weeks throughout the construction, and if there is interest, then we will try to keep them going beyond that as well. This, of course, is going to be subject to change if I have meetings or other conflicts that are scheduled on a Friday, but I'm going to try to keep this every 2-week schedule for a live stream, and who knows, I may just have to rope one or more of the other staff members into appearing on camera. Staff, you have been warned. And, just make this fun and informational for the people out there in the community, and, for the staff as well. We've got the technology to make these types of live streams happen, and we might as well make use of that technology and keep pushing what we offer as a library to you, the community, forward. So, all right, we've got 5 people watching. I know we had 7 people watching for a minute there. I understand some of you may not want to make comments while we're live. I would encourage you to make any comments or ask questions while we are live. But if you can do the library and me a favor and at least hit the thumbs up button on the video just to kickstart the YouTube algorithm and help us move the YouTube channel forward. This is something that I'm hoping to continue to build. After the last live stream, we saw some momentum on the channel, and I hope to keep that going. It takes a while to build a YouTube channel, and it would be great if we could take and build this and surpass that of some of our neighboring libraries. Not that we're in any big competition with them, but it would be nice if there was if there were a way that we could really shine and rise above some of the libraries that might have a little bit bigger patron base than what we have here at Eaton Rapids. So, all right, we have reached the end of my talk about the renovation project, but I've got a tip for you, something that I discovered today, and I want to pass it along to you. So as you know, my name is Jeremy. I'm the technology coordinator here at the library, and I have been a fan of free and open source software for a couple of decades. Well, more than that, about 2.5 decades. So I discovered a relatively new piece of software called Recordly. So if you've ever had the need to record your screen to make a walkthrough for some piece of software you're using, or just to show somebody at your business or maybe your children how to do something on the computer in video format, this is a great free cross-platform, meaning it will run on Linux, Mac OS, and Windows, piece of software that you can install at zero cost. And as it shows here, it's got some cool features where it will do auto zooms based on where your cursor is at, and it's just a nifty piece of software, and the price is right. You know, with the price of everything going up at the current moment, it cost me $53 today to fill up my car with gas. With prices of everything going up, if you can shave a little bit of money off from what you spend on software, isn't that a good thing? Isn't that worth considering? So, take a look at Recordly. I'm going to drop this in the chat right now. If I can type. Drop this in chat, and I will put it up on screen. It is recordly.dev, and this is just a very impressive piece of software for the price. And in some ways, it gives software that I currently use a little bit of a run for their money. There are other places it's not as full featured, but for a free product, it's a great starting point if you're just getting into doing video work of this nature. So again, it's worth considering. So, all right. We will take that off the screen. Well, this might turn into a shorter live stream than I had anticipated. Nobody's asking any questions. Cat got your tongue, everybody? Don't mind me. I had to be up early this morning to present for the Eaton Rapids Chamber, and so I'm a little in a weird mood at the moment. So, give you a couple minutes to get a question or comment in. If you've got a question about the renovation, this is a great time to do it. If you are seeing this video after the live stream has stopped, you want to ask a question in the comment section, feel free to do so. I will be checking that on a regular basis and responding to people as the comments come in. So, all right. What else can I show you today? We've got time to kill, and I've run out of topics to talk about. Let me take a look here real quick. Maybe there's something else that will pique your interest a little bit. I might be able to show something here. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to show my screen again. All right. Let's do this, and maybe I'll put myself down here this time. Why not? All right. So, you may be wondering, Jeremy, how do you stay current on all this tech stuff? Isn't it a chore to go in and search out all this information? Why, yes. Yes, it can be a chore. But I have the tools. What you're seeing on your screen is called Fresh RSS. And what this is an RSS feed aggregator software. And what it does is it allows you to grab the headlines from a bunch of different websites and compile them all into one space. And I'll take it in for just a moment into my subscription management section, and you will see I've got categories broke down. I've got a bunch of software sites. I've got a bunch of general tech and Linux related sites. I've got different YouTube channels that I follow because YouTube notifications are broken. Yes, I said it out loud. They are broken. They don't work the way they used to even 2 years ago. So this is one way that I've been able to keep up to date with other YouTube creators that are publishing videos. I've got a section for non-tech YouTube. I did add recently a gaming section, and this is mostly retro gaming based. And then I added library YouTube. So I've got several libraries around the state of Michigan and outside of the state of Michigan, a few of them, just so I can keep tabs on what other libraries are doing in the YouTube space. So it's interesting to see what other libraries are doing with this. But once you have this all programmed in, this software will go out and it will grab things automatically for you, and it will populate it in a list. And then you can come in, say, to software, and these I don't really want at this point, so I'm just going to mark them as red, and they will go away. But if we come down into, let's say, library YouTube, we can see that the Allen County Public Library has been releasing videos the last few days on National Library Week. So again, something worth checking out. Some of the videos are kind of interesting. Some of them, well, look at that. There's the Eaton Rapids Area District Library. And so, you know, you can go through and see what's going on at the different libraries. Jackson District Library, Purple Finch Nest. And so they've got a camera pointed at a bird's nest, I would guess. So if you're a bird lover, hey, this is great. All right. So let me take that off screen for just a moment. I want to say hello to Tony from Quick Tech Solutions. Hopefully you're having some nice weather down there in North Carolina. It's not too bad here in Michigan at the moment, but it's still kind of a roller coaster of things. And the director is in the house. Brianna is asking, can you do a sneak peek of the new mobile system coming soon or share about it? You mentioned in the last video a new one was coming. So excited for the updated system. Yes. And I'm going to do something. Let me move a piece of paper out of the way here and grab the proper cable. So, get my phone hooked up and we can talk about that for a moment. So we're going to say mirror and all right. Okay, so yes, we are changing our vendors for our mobile printing system, and it's going to get so much easier. So much easier. We're going to get people off the struggle bus. No more is your only option going to be to send to this ginormous email address and discover after you sent something that it didn't come through properly because it was stored in Google Drive or iCloud or whatever, or it just wasn't a compatible file format. So we will switch over here. Maybe. What happened here? Maybe not. Give me just a moment. I'm experiencing technical difficulties. Dun, 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 dun. Let's turn that off. Maybe we can do this. Mirror. Okay, so now if we come here, it still doesn't want to play nice, so we'll unplug and plug it in again. Mirror. Okay. Can't show that way. So let me do this. Print it. Okay. So if you want to be prepared for the new printing system, there is an application, an app you can download on your phone, and that's called ePrintIt SAS. And if you give me just a moment, I can potentially put that up on screen. Excuse me. Overlay, show more. That's not what I want. Okay, I will put that in the chat. Download from Google or Apple App Store. ePrintIt SAS. Okay. So, what you're seeing on your screen, besides my head in the corner, and is a notification that says you can download this app from the Google Store or the Apple App Store. It's called ePrintIt SAS. Now, this is not hooked up and operational fully at this time, so do not submit anything through this system. However, once you are in this, and this is defaulting to the Chicago Public Library, so obviously this is not what you are wanting. But let's see. Ours is going to be ERADL mi.eprintit.com, I believe. And so here you are going to have our printing system, and more information will be available on this at a future date. And once it's available and the staff has been trained, I will do a dedicated video on this, whether it's a live stream or a recorded video. I will put something out just so people are able to see this. I'm still not completely understanding why my phone is on the struggle bus today, but I'm going to restart the phone in hopes that it may cooperate and play nice when it comes back up. And then I can show you a little bit more of a preview on what we're going to have to work with. But the bottom line here is that if you primarily work with a mobile device, a phone or a tablet or even a Chromebook, well, let's concentrate on phone and tablet, right? There's an app you will be able to go right from that app and upload your files, and it's going to be much easier than what our existing system was. So I'm going to try this one more time and see if, hey, look at that. It's playing nice. So if I come up here, this is what the app looks like. So again, it's ePrintIt SAS. And along the bottom, and I don't have a good way to zoom in on this, but you've got 4 options. There's jobs, add file, location, and QR code. And so you can scan a QR code. But if we look at location, it's going to set up nearby locations. And so we've got, if we sort by distance and we say 10 miles, it's going to give us Grand Ledge and Eaton Rapids. Obviously, you would select Eaton Rapids. Again, this is not fully functional, but here's a little bit of a look at what you can do. You've got options for emails, pictures, and files on your mobile device. Dropbox, Box, Google Drive, OneDrive, and Office 365. So you can grab files from all those locations as long as you've got a corresponding app on your phone or tablet to access them. So let's say we wanted to do a file. It's going to open up the file picker on the phone or the file app on the phone, and you can use it just like you would in any other application. So let's say we wanted to send a picture. We're going to send the JPEG version. So it tells you right in clear terms your max file size is 100 megabytes. You've got a little drop down for the pricing. The file name is shown there. Estimated job cost, 20 cents. But we've got the option to change it to color. And as you can see, right down here, it changes the cost to 25 cents. You could also specify the number of copies you want. And if we change that to 5 copies at 25 cents a copy is $1.25. So again, you've got user information. You can add a guest name. We'll just add my first name there, and then you can say submit. I'm not going to do that right now because it's got nowhere to go. So, but that is a quick look at what this would look like if you went to do this. We'll go back and we'll say jobs. We've got nothing submitted. We've got a little hamburger menu up here, and here you can turn on link storage accounts. So if I want to make my Google Drive available, I just tap that and it'll ask me which account I want to use. And the same is going to be the case with Box, OneDrive, etc. We've got a little about information. It's the version number and things of that nature. And it's just a much cleaner, more friendly option, and I'm sure people are going to take to this pretty quickly compared to the way the last printing system we had worked. So likewise, you can go right into pictures and it will give you different options there to choose from. Um, if you are on the road and you want to find other libraries that use the same system, it will list those. And so if you are traveling, for instance, you can find other libraries that use the same printing system, the same app, and if you need to print something in a pinch, you can go to one of these other libraries and have something printed. So this is hands down a superior system than what we had been using up to this point. I am very much looking forward to it. The staff, I think, will adjust nicely to it. And I think once everybody has had a chance to use it, it will be a great product there as well. Now, I'm going to see here if something works before I bring it on screen. Okay, and that is not currently working. So, I think that's just my administrator login page, and yes. So, hopefully, around the time that we reopen the library in June, with all services available, hopefully the rollout of the new printing system will sort of coincide with that. I'm not going to guarantee anything at this point. I'm waiting on some confirmation information from vendors in order to make this happen. However, once that arrives and we are able to get the last of the configuration pieces done at the library, then we will be able to start rolling this out. Now, you might be asking, how does this change how you print in the library? On our public machines, there will be a slight change. And this change will allow print jobs to be sent to the printer, and they will be identified by which computer you are sitting at. That being said, if you come in and you want to use your own device, laptop, tablet, phone, to send a print job, then you've still got options for using the mobile device for tablets or phones. And there is a solution so that if you're on a Chromebook or you're on a computer that is just attached to the Wi-Fi, then you can still submit print jobs that way as well. And again, once we get closer to the launch of this, we will have information up on our website. We will have a video going through and demonstrating this, and we will have written documentation available to pick up in the library to guide you through the process as well. Hopefully this will make you more productive and a little bit less stressed out about how the printing system works, and everybody will be happier in the process. All right. Are there any other questions or comments? We've gone 40 minutes, which is great. I think we had 7 people watching at one point, which we're pretty young as far as doing live streams on this channel, so I'm okay with that. I was hoping maybe we'd hit 10, but 7 is getting us most of the way there. So yeah, I think... let me look at one other thing. I might be able to give you a little sneak peek of a few things here. Um, do. So, no, that's not going to work. All right. No harm, no foul on that. Um, I'll give you a couple minutes. Any final questions you want to submit while we're still live? Again, if you want to get prepared for the coming of the new printing system, the app is called ePrintIt SaaS. EPRINTIT space SAAS. And that will just get you prepared so that once we give the green light that we're live with the new system, you will be able to jump into that and start submitting print jobs. And I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to that, because this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Let's see. Will live streams become a regular thing on the library channel moving forward? Yes, I talked about that at the beginning of the stream. I am looking to do these every 2 weeks on Fridays, at least until the end of the construction project. Once the construction project is over, if there is still interest in having these sort of semi-informal live streams, talking about things going on at the library, talking about upcoming events and things of that nature, then yes, I will continue to do these. It might move to a different location. The lighting and the camera may be different once we are fully back in the building. However, I am going to see what I might be able to work out to keep a potential partial work from home day on Friday to keep these going. So from this location where I've got good lighting and camera equipment and audio equipment, and it's just a system that I know and am comfortable with. Yep, good deal. So thanks, Tony, for being here. I appreciate that very much. Again, I published long form videos on this channel on and off for a few years, but I think this month is the most consistent I've been with live streaming, and so I'm hoping to try to build up some momentum, and who knows, we may experiment with some other times to do live streams, and maybe I will come up with a way to bring some sort of a trivia type program into this again as well. I don't want to switch software, but I'm sure there are other options out there where I can run some sort of a trivia type event and have people participate, which I think is going to be fun for everybody. So, are there any other questions, comments? Has everybody hit the like button? Please. I'll take all the help I can get for the library and for my own sanity. Not that I'm terribly sane at this time on Friday afternoon, but don't tell anybody. Cat's out of the bag now. I survived the presentation at 7:30 this morning, so that's That's all I really cared about today, is getting through that presentation and being able to do this live stream to sort of close out my workday. Um, so um, yeah, things are going well. I'm looking forward to getting the weekend started. Got some projects around home to do, and that'll be great. So all right, we've gone 46 minutes and change. Pretty happy with that. So yeah. Um, for those not in the know, I do occasionally make presentations to the Eaton Rapids area Chamber of Commerce. This morning I did a presentation that was sort of a recap of the topics from Cybersecurity Awareness Month 2025. Because especially small business owners, they can't get the message enough. And so, we talked about the big four items: using a password manager, and strong passwords, turning on multi-factor authentication, um, updating your software. And of course, the fourth one is going to completely slip my mind. But I can tell you that here in just a moment. Where to go? Because I've got that on my computer. Recognize and report scams. That was the number 4 option. So no, Lowe's is not going to send you a free toolkit, nor is Home Depot or Harbor Freight. You're not going to go into business with somebody from South Africa. No, your Google Drive or your iCloud account are not full. Be very suspicious of these types of emails, because you don't want to have to pay, and I recommend you don't pay the ransom to get the data back. You should have a backup just to cover your behind in such a case that you or somebody in your family might click on a bad link and something bad happens to the files on your computer. But that's getting way off topic from what we decided to talk about today. But hey, the books are back in the building. You could check out our materials again, and it's great. It's great. I think people are going to like the new carpet and just the more light, airy version of the library that we will be presenting. Do you offer free tech help if this were to happen? So yes, I am willing to help. If you make an appointment through the library, I will do what I can to help you recover from such an issue. If you click on one of those malicious links and it does a number on your computer, I don't make any guarantees that I can recover all your files. There might not be a way to recover all your files, but we can get your computer operational again. It's oftentimes it's a mistake that people make once, but boy, do they never make that same mistake again. And you know what they say in the security realm? It's not whether you're paranoid, it's whether you're paranoid enough. So, words to live by in 2026 and the state of the scams as they exist on the internet today. And folks, I don't think it's going to get any better anytime soon, but maybe we'll all be pleasantly surprised. So, all right. What else? What else? What else? Does anybody have any other questions, comments, suggestions for things that you'd like to see in future live streams or dedicated videos? I am all ears at the moment, and the comments are coming in. They're coming in slowly, but they are coming in. And look at that, we're up to 6 people watching the stream right now. So if you have just arrived and you haven't said hello yet, jump down to that comment section and say hello and just let us all know that you were here. We'll go for a couple more minutes, and if no other questions or comments come in, then we'll wrap this up for the day. And so you can all get out and touch grass and enjoy this nice weather. Go sit under a shade tree with a book, whether it's on an electronic device or if it's the old school paper type. Get out there and get some fresh air and enjoy yourself. So. I am looking forward to not having to go up and down a ladder for a few days at least while this project is going on. But the time will come when I have to run some more cabling, and I will have to be on that ladder once again. And it's nice being on staff and being able to save having somebody else come in to run the cabling. Excuse me. So, little knowledge goes a long way. And hey, if you would like to learn how to build your own network cable, reach out to me. I'd be happy to go through the process with you at the library, and we'll let you take a cable home. All right. Go for another minute or so, and then we will go ahead and close out. This has been fun. I think we hit 7 people at the height of the show today, and again, I will take that. This is the second live stream of the month, and I just think this is going to be a great addition to what we offer on social media from the library. And hopefully, again, staff, you've been warned. Hopefully I'll bring some of the other staff members on camera one of these days and maybe talk about the different things that they do in the library, just so you, the patrons, have a way of getting to know everybody a little bit more other than just the pictures on our website. So, yeah, it'll be good. Look forward to reading your comments after the fact, and you know, I've been having fun with this, so we'll keep it going, and at least through the end of the construction project. And if there's interest, then we will push ahead, and I will negotiate with the powers that be a way to keep this going on Fridays. So, on that note, we hit 55 minutes, which I think is a good place to wrap up for the day. So I want to thank you on behalf of the Eaton Rapids Area District Library for stopping in and putting a few comments in. Makes things more interesting for me and lets me answer questions you, the audience, have. So thank you for being here. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, thumbs up, and we will likely be back in 2 weeks for the next live stream and some more construction updates. Have a great Friday afternoon. I'll see you soon.